Right. What was that? Okay, not important. All right. Welcome to Cooking Conspiracy. We're gonna do a little orange chicken action, chicken stir fry, whatever we want to call it. Um, but with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We'll get a little bit of a zoom action in. Uh, got rice done in the rice cooker. We're gonna do our vegetables first, and we're gonna do our chicken. Sauce, all that good stuff. So. Uh, That way, the cutting board, all you people that freak out about salmonella, we don't have to worry about it. So, we're just gonna go ahead and put this oranges in the juice press. We're gonna juice one orange. We're gonna make about 2 chicken thighs worth and vegetables to go along with it. And because apparently it's ant season, we're gonna make sure we clean up real good after this because I'm fighting a battle here and I'm gonna win. Oh shoot! That one was a squirter. Let's see, how much is that? 1/4 cup. So this is going to put us between 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup. Got about 3 ounces of orange juice out of that. Not quite 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup, 8 ounces. We got about 3. But that's good to know. We can use that as a baseline for some of our measurements. And we're not really measuring at all, but we are going to keep track of how much we use so we can adjust for the future, just in case this actually turns out pretty good, So we'll see. So a 1/4 cup is going to be, 4 tablespoons. So let's go ahead and do, let's do 2 tablespoons of soy in there. And that's where most of your salt is going to come from, the soy, all right? We got the brand new honey container. We're going to add a couple tablespoons of that in there. That'll be sweet. That'll be good. And a tablespoon. Yeah, 2 tablespoons of that equals the soy. Add a little bit of mirin to rinse our spoon off. What's up, Hawk? We're gonna try to make orange chicken tonight, So yeah, I got some orange juice in there. I got some soy. Pull the top there. Okay. That should be plenty of liquid. What do we got? A 1/2 cup of liquid. Can always thin it out with a couple tablespoons of water. Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out. So you got some mirin in there with, fancy word for vinegar, acid, whatever you want to call it. Ja, zdravstvuyte, moj drog. Ty gomik. Yeah, you know what that means. Alright. But we're not reading Cyrillic all night here. Not my style. Let's get, I don't know, a couple big garlic cloves chopped up. Honestly, if this took much longer, I wouldn't use the fresh garlic. What's up, Polly B? Red Fox, hello. We're doing orange chicken. Or at least the Gaijin version of it. But yeah, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm excited though. Oh god, this knife, it needs to be sharpened. So we're going to take our garlic, we're going to slice it finely here. It'll be good. And this is going to be enough garlic because we're not making garlic chicken, we're making orange chicken. So we don't want to overpower it, alright? So let's go ahead and put that in its little bowl here. Got some ginger, it's kind of old, so we're just going to work around that situation. Just gonna peel it. There's more efficient ways to peel it, but I don't care. This is more fun, more exciting. But honestly, a paring knife would work better for this situation, but we're making progress. that's what we got going on. Go ahead and put that in your little bowl. So you got your garlic here. And we got one more thing to get ready for the marinade here. Want it spicy, we're just going to cut this into strips. I don't want it super spicy, so we're going to remove the seeds. We're going to, castrate the pepper, if you will. And don't worry if you get some in. I'm just going to cut this into strips. That. Where'd my marinade go? Throw that in there. Should give it a little bit of spice, yeah? Alright. Get your vegetables. You got crown broccoli, alright? Let's, I'm having internet issues. Damn it. My internet issues should be fine. Just apparently I'm boring tonight. Let's cut around the crown there. You get some flat sides for your broccoli to cook. Want some onion in there as well. So let's go ahead. I don't want a ton of onion, so we're only going to use half, Rocket science, yeah? About this time we can turn our burner on, I think. Yeah. Let's turn that up to medium. Let that start to get warmed up, yeah? Because the burner's got to get hot, and then you got to warm your pan up, and it's a whole ordeal. Oh, we got, are you a chef or hobbies? Home cook, so hobbies. Definitely not a chef. So we got some chicken. Let's go ahead, throw a cutting board condom down here. There we go. Chicken, we're going to give it a quick rinse, pat dry. We're going to use 2 thighs here tonight. Usually 2 thighs is a good situation, but 1 thigh and a peg leg is not a deal breaker, You heard that right. Don't need them perfectly dry, but the drier they are, the better seal they'll get. So yeah, that one's got a little bit of refrigerator burn on it, but it's fine. It's going to stir fry. There'll be sauce. You can't see it. So what we want here, we're going to want some salt on those. Shit. I was going to say you want salt and pepper on them, but I'm having trouble locating the pepper at the moment. I'm going to throw this big bad boy on. It's got high sides. It's not a wok. But, you know, you find a wok that works good on an electric coil stove, let me know, all right? Anyways, back to our chicken. Let that pan warm up for about 2 minutes over medium heat. You don't want it too hot. Doesn't really matter though. All right. Chicken, salt, pepper, salt, I know you want to season it with all sorts of bullshit, but remember you got this, you know, sauce that you're going to finish everything in it. Soy has a ton of salt. There's orange juice in there, mirin. You got your aromatics, the garlic and ginger, so the flavor's going to be there. So don't feel like you got to be a superhero seasoning your chicken here. Feels like it's getting close. So let's go ahead. Neutral oil. I'm using avocado oil. Probably should use the cheaper peanut or vegetable oil because it really doesn't matter. You don't really need high quality oil on this, but you want something, you're cooking at a little bit higher temperature, you want something with a little bit higher smoke point. Put the bigger of the two in first. Oh, hear that? It sizzles right up. That's what you want to hear. Make sure if your stove is unbalanced, your pan at least starts with oil everywhere. I'm going to keep an eye on the clock, but probably take about, we'll give 2-3 minutes this side, then we'll flip them. I will pull out, set the chicken aside, slice it up, throw in the vegetables, throw in the garlic, throw in the sauce, and add your chicken back in. And we'll serve all that bullshit over white rice, and it'll be a lot of fun. I know you want to move your chicken around and all that, but the more you move it, the less good it's gonna be. All right, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Clean your cutting board just like that, magic. Now I'm trying to get some of this fat and render out of that chicken fat so I can stay in. It'll be good. You put more salt on the chicken than George Foreman seasoned his grill. Well, the thing about George Foreman is you don't need to season a George Foreman. It's Teflon coated. Might be wrong on that, but it's definitely non-stick, and they advertise that it's non-stick chicken cider. If you're seasoning something that's something like cast iron, that's a different scenario, alright? And anyways, that wasn't that much salt. No. Want to guard against splatter, go ahead. But how are you doing tonight, Mr. Insider? It's still alive. That's pretty cool. Let's see how we're doing here. Yep. And if the chicken's done or ready to be flipped, it'll release. What's up, Dutch Wolf? How you doing? Well, time zones are relevant, buddy. Orange chicken to answer your question, though. Okay, nothing crazy, but you got a little bit of color on it. Give it, I don't know, about 2 minutes on this side, so we'll pull out at 26:45. 9:45. But, I had a busy day, went to work, boss told me, no more fatties, so got my fat ass to spin class. It was a lot of fun. I walked the dogs, and now I'm making dinner. It was good. So you must be an East Coaster, Dutch Wolf. Where you from, buddy? No, I didn't put seasoning salt on this one. A little bit of salt and pepper on the chicken, but it's going to get seasoned and or flavored by the sauce that it gets cooked in, you know. Yeah, I think Mr. Insider is going to teach Dutch some lessons. What's up, real deal? How you doing? Can't say it is basil, but we all know what's on your feed. I'm not sure you know what that means, buddy. Well, we're here to motivate you. So let's go ahead and pull the chicken out. You got all that wonderful chicken fat. Not a ton, but you got some in there. Vegetables in. You got onions. You got broccoli. All right. Let's let those cook for a bit. I'm going to give them a little bit of water to help them along, actually. Normally I would salt these, but I'm putting a lot of soy sauce in here. Prior to you tasting the Hawaiian for that shirt, this was a freebie in Pittsburgh, but yes, it does fit in with the local dress code here, what I'm a big fan of. So let those cook down, get some color on them. I'm going to serve this in a bowl here. It's cooked. Yeah, that's nice and warm. Oh shit. Oh well. That was an accident. A lot going on here. Stir your veggies around. Let's go ahead. As you can see, this chicken's nice and juicy. Try not to leave all the juice on the cutting board. Some of your bigger pieces, you feel free to cut in half. That's going to be good. Go ahead, put that on there. You don't want to put your garlic and ginger in dry, otherwise it'll burn immediately. Fry that 15-30 seconds. Make sure it doesn't burn, because it will burn. But just until you really start to smell it, go ahead, mix all that around. Go ahead, that should give everything a nice beautiful color. Maybe this isn't how they do it at a Chinese restaurant, but guess what? I don't care. You know, I'm kind of stir frying, and I am at home, so chicken's gonna go back in there. And then, just as the sauce reduces down, the sugar and the honey and then the orange juice should thicken up. And then so kind of we'll see how much orange flavor remains, how much honey is in there. But yeah, should be reasonably healthy. A lot of sodium, but that's fine. Let some of the liquid evaporate because I want it to be sticky. Hey, what's up, Archer? It's island time, you know. But yeah, 10 p.m. Probably could reduce the sauce, left some of the liquid out, but whatever. None of that's gonna overcook. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But if you want to speed the process out, probably should put some sort of thickening agent in there, like cornstarch or flour even. Now that I'm thinking about it. Cornstarch would work better, but you know, I got flour right here, and flour is going to have to work. There we go. Yes, I forgot I didn't bread my chicken, so let's see how that flour just thickens that up real quick. Cornstarch would work better. I like the flavor profile better. I'm making shit up. But now it's getting sticky and it's done. So turn off your heat. Make room in your bowl for, give her all she'll take, yeah? And you know what? You're gonna have leftovers for tomorrow. Now, got a couple more things you can do if you really want to be a douchey about it. You can make a garnish. I think. Just chive, green onion, whatever you got. And then sesame seeds on top. Or furikake for the rice. But this is what we got going on, alright? Do need to take a food porn picture real quick, you know. Yeah, let's see how it is. See if it's garbage or if it's decent. It's not gonna be as good as a Chinese restaurant, you know, but probably a little bit healthier. Absolutely agree, Eric. Didn't have the cornstarch close by on hand, so you know you use what you got, right? But you are absolutely 100% right, Eric. Eric? Mm. Mm. It's gonna be hot. Mm. But I mean, if you breaded your chicken, yeah, probably wouldn't need to add any, but yeah. Hawaii time, bro. Decent flavor. I've done better. Probably should have followed a recipe. Whoops. This is how we're paying the tax today. Keiko, come. Whoops. Clean that up. No, absolutely, Eric. You know, but you got some studying to do. You know, when you can read what a master says, you know that accelerates the learning curve. Yeah. I mean, if you're going for a sweet and salty chicken stir fry, do you even really need to go further than just soy sauce and honey? I don't know. That's good though. No, I didn't. I mean, MSG, salt, same, yeah. I don't have anything against MSG. I just, yeah, generally don't have it on hand. So use what you got. Looked at for it in my grocery, and maybe I'm just missing it, but I haven't seen MSG on the shelf. Otherwise, you know damn well I would have it. Yep. I think I'm going to sit down, enjoy the rest of my dinner, though. I do want to thank you all for joining. This was kind of an experimental dinner, but it's pretty good. So, thanks for joining. Hope to see you again, Eric. Yeah, thanks. Thank you for your input. I mean, definitely right on the cornstarch, but Archer, real deal, Dutch. See y'all later, guys. Ciao, ciao.